We'll start with redemption here. And why are we starting with this game? I feel like this is going to put me in a bad mood right away.
We're trying to get on you, man. We're trying to just start off on a bad note and see if you can rebound and handle an early game interception here.
Yeah, right.
And go from there. That's what we're trying to figure
resiliency.
out right now.
What kind of resiliency?
Yeah. What are you here? Let's see. Are you mentally tough?
So it was last year. It was a wild game, Seahawks and Lions. It was 48-45, which ended up being crucial as a tiebreaker for two teams that we think are going to be in the mix here. And who knows? They could have similar records again this year, and so this was a big game. My Detroit Lions go down. They do force it to overtime. Give them credit for that. Jared Goff.
Great resiliency.
Great resiliency for them. But then the Seahawks just shredded the Lions defense in the overtime. Lions never touched the ball. It was Geno Smith putting it all together.
Yeah.
I mean, he looked unstoppable in that drive. And just from my perspective as a Lions fan, I'm like, man, oh man. We gotta do some things to make things happen on defense. We gotta blitz a little bit more. We gotta bring pressure because it looked so easy at times for the Seahawks.
Agreed. I still think the jury's out on your defense, right? After 2 weeks. Now, it was a good week 1 performance, but we know, hey, it wasn't Travis Kelce. There were some drops there, and I'm not trying to take anything away from the Lions, but we know, hey, there was some issues there that maybe they got away with. So yeah, there's 2 things I think with your Lions football team. I think they're really good. I still do. I mean, they're dangerous. We know that. But the defense, it worries me as we go forward here. I still don't know if there's enough difference makers in the front 7. That would probably be the biggest thing for me in that department. The other thing I think that's a little bit like I'm wanting more from your squad, right, is just the fact that you guys haven't gashed anybody in the run game yet either. Right? Seattle did a good job of hanging in there today, and your run game hasn't been able to take over in either game. I know you had the big drive at the end of the game last week against the Chiefs to kind of close it out with some big runs, but still, I'm just saying statistically, it hasn't been what you expect from one of the best running teams we saw in football last year.
Montgomery got hurt.
He got hurt his knee, right?
And Gibbs just had 7 carries in this one.
Yeah, like I would have expected more out of him at this point of the year. I thought he was going to be more ready, infused in the game plan, ready to go. I don't know what the holdback is there. Jared Goff played phenomenal. All right, that's where I want to say that. And I know, he threw a pick 6 and all of that. Yes, and to me, the Seahawks are talented. The Seahawks are a lot like you guys. Like the jury's out on their defense, and you have they have an explosive offense just like you that can make plays happen anywhere on the field. And, like 2 quarterbacks and Jared Goff and Geno Smith who are having a second breath of fresh air in their career here, and they're just totally different guys. But, like, getting to Goff, I just want to say, first off, I really did feel like you guys were the better team on the field today. This was one of those games that was supposed to go back and forth, and they weren't going to be able to keep up with you. That's what it looked like to me. But I think mistakes on your side of the ball are really the story here. Whether it's the pick 6, the fumble, the first play of the third quarter by Montgomery that gave the Seahawks the short field to score a touchdown. To me, that was really the big difference in the game. I know Amon-Ra St. Brown had the fumble at 1.2, but that was right around midfield or maybe slightly in Seahawk territory. I can't remember exactly there either way, but really in basic football terminology, that's what I would say. You kind of had control of the game. You have the turnovers. They get the touchdown, right? It's 21-14. Things are good. You guys answer right back, right? I mean, Jared Goff, this is where I wanted to hit on. I mean, it's fearless throwing the ball down the field, and it's pinpoint. And I'm just amazed at the transformation that those coaches and he have made to kind of coax that out of him. But that Seattle team hung around, Pete Carroll, playmakers, turnovers. We know they thrive on that. And they're one of those offenses that we look at and go, you give them too many chances, they got too many weapons. They're going to make plays happen. They're going to tear you up. And ultimately, that was the difference. Great battling back by your football team.
It was.
But then there it was, your defense in overtime, not being able to get off the field, make the stop. They let the touchdown up, and see you later.
Seattle scored 30 points in the second half in overtime in this game. 0 points in the second half last week. So which are the Seahawks? The ones that we saw last week that were totally disappointing, or more of this version where they are able to do some things offensively?
I think it's closer to this.
Still
right?
have holes defensively.
Yeah, I'm not sold on the defense. And then, of course, Woolen got hurt, right, today, Tariq Woolen, right? Devin Witherspoon, it was his first playing action, right? He certainly looked like he made a few mistakes. He got burned on the flea flicker touchdown, got a little too aggressive.
Yeah.
Their defense definitely has to improve. But we've seen this out of Seattle the last few years where defense starts off horrible, and as the year goes on, they start to figure out and get better. We'll see if they can make that transition. But that goes for your Detroit Lions, too. And the second half, again, disappointing with your defense, but also I want to say your offense helped jumpstart the Seahawks offense, right?
That's true.
Those turnovers and took a little pressure off them. Oh, man, we go into the half, right? It's 14-7. Oh, here's the ball at the 23-yard line. Oh, here, you guys want to get started and get going? Oh, yeah, 3 plays, 23 yards, touchdown. Hey, it's a high football game, right? And they kind of just got the momentum on their side there. And Geno Smith made some phenomenal throws in the second half to Metcalf and Lockett to get the victory.
So both those teams 1-1 now.
Yo, thanks for watching, homies. I appreciate it as always. The NFL season is right around the corner, so now it's your turn to hit subscribe to Chris Simms Unbuttoned. If you want to get all the training camp battles, preseason film review, playoff predictions, and much, much more, you know where to find it. It's right here, Chris Simms Unbuttoned. Please subscribe. Thanks again for watching. Peace out, homies. See you soon.